That glimmer of hope is stretching into Missouri as well. Tonight, News 4 investigator Lauren Traeger is tracking the positive news from researchers. But Lauren, it's also coming with a warning.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, Samantha. We started tracking the projections from researchers out of the University of Washington in Seattle about 2 weeks ago. And since then, the data has changed a lot. That's because researchers tell me at first they were looking at estimates from and numbers from other countries. Now they're getting real-time data from our area and in the United States, and they're updating those numbers every single day.
The more information we have on the shape of the epidemic elsewhere, the better we can predict what the likely pattern going forward is in other jurisdictions.
Dr. Theo Voss with the University of Washington says they initially had limited information. Now, as the numbers flow in, they've downgraded some of their earlier predictions. Initially, they claimed more than 81,000 people would die from the virus in the U.S. Now they predict it will be closer to 60,000 people. In Illinois, they initially predicted close to 2,500 deaths by August. Now it's about 1,600 deaths. Researchers estimating the peak will come in just 3 days. In Missouri, they initially predicted close to 3,000 deaths, but now have downgraded it to 500 with a peak in 13 days. Big and positive changes, but researchers say it should not change any of our rigid social distancing measures.
These projections are taking into account all the measures staying in place, at least until the end of May. If we would ease up early, it is likely that we'll see many more cases occurring, and that this first wave would be extended. So, be very unwise to early ease all these restrictions.
Now, some people have been sort of critical or doubtful of some of these projections, but the researchers say it's really a moving target, and they have been watching closely states like Washington and New York. Washington, they say, has already peaked in cases, but they are also starting now to focus on some projections for what they say could be a second and possibly subsequent waves of the disease. Reporting live in West St. Louis County, Lauren Traeger, News 4.